Hey people, Intro here, 2v2 on Golgotha Depths. Blue team got some Tyranid fellas. This is Zero Cry and a Hive Tyrant. A durable hero walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense, disruption and support. Begins in melee with a basic synapse. I shall call you Felipe. Alongside this fella's name that I can't say as a Ravna Alpha. A tunneling hero with great mobility, powerful offense and a bit of support. Begins with a ranged weapon. Yeah, no idea what that translates into. On the red team then, VagrantTable's Farseer, support hero fighting in melee combat, powerful buffs and control. And alongside, Alice, also known as Piano, with an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Heading towards the mid, gonna run into some Hormagaunts though, could take the garrison, it's a bit far I guess. Ravana shows up as well, and just leaves to go and harass the scouts maybe? Yeah, I think so. How many models can the Apothecary take down of these Hormagaunts here? He's doing pretty well so far. Takes out one, heals himself, knocked a couple down a few seconds ago as well. Yeah, makes them back off. He did way better than I thought there. We have two scouts for Alice with tactical marines in between, who are busy in a garrison somewhere. Oh, they're over here, being harassed by the Hive Tyrant and some Spore Mines who are good anti-garrison. Can he get another detonation? He can. Does some damage over time and an initial burst of damage as well. Hormagaunts decapping the natural VP of the red team. Meanwhile, south of the map, VagrantTable's push through without much resistance, to be honest, because they're kind of 2v1 against Alice for now. Howling Banshees with an aspect, bashing the power. Termagants capping over here though. Tyranids will take this, but there'll be a 2-to-1 cap for the red team. Apothecary's back out onto the field. Maybe BB wants to heal himself though. And because I'm power bashing going on, can be kind of difficult to get to these powers on the eastern edge and this one on the western edge. But we see it immediately because of the lopsided engagements, I guess. More Spore Mines. I think this is the same Spore Mines for Zero Cry. Devastators on the field now for Alice. Yeah, can make that Hive Tyrant think again about being so aggressive. We may see extended Carapace there to charge it down. Full power bash. I'm not sure if it was all genned up though. What's the Ravana up to? Just hanging out. Double Termagants, one of which has the Toxin Sacs, and there's Crippling Poison on the Apothecary. Look at the damage going on. Has to run. Didn't have much support there. Hormagaunts harassing the backline as well. Alice under a lot of pressure, but he's not losing much. In fact, I don't think I've seen him lose a model yet. Howling Banshees come over to help out. They've got the aspect of fleetness, and the flame is on the tax now. They may go for that northern power. They're going mid though at the moment. Guardians with battle equipment on both of them, so they can chuck their grenades, put up their shields and run around quickly. With Fleet, Ravana Alpha runs off. 463 to 461 early on. The VPs 2-to-1 for the Tyranids, but the red team will take their natural back. Bit of blob capping here. A small meeting. Rangers on the way for VagrantTable. We do indeed see the Flamer go to the north on the contested power there. Looks like he wants to steal it maybe. That was a Bioplasma from the Hive Tyrant. One of the ways he can dislodge that setup team. And improved synapses in to boost the health of nearby non-synapse Tyranid creatures, including your allied ones, so the Ravana Alpha player can benefit from that. Alice gets a bit overrun. Tax back off and scouts back off. Where are the other scouts right now? Oh, they're grabbing the VP again. In the south, contested power being decapped by Hormagaunts. Banshees are all split up a bit weird. And we have a Ravana Brood. Ravana Alpha's got himself hardened Carapace. He can burrow and sneak around and then knock stuff back when he strikes out of the ground. Kind of like what these guys can do, but these guys have to do it in one maneuver rather than burrow underground and move freely. On the power again, those Tyranids. Double Devastators for Alice. Any war gear for this fella? No purification rights. I think his field felt pressure to get those Devastators up. Tried to hold some ground. No shotguns as well. I mean, you can't buy everything you want all the time. Double Termagants could get in trouble. There's the washout, catches them both. Rangers off the field, though. They could have stayed in play, I think, maybe there. Ravener Brood were in the back lines. Banshees can maybe get on them in retreat. Looks like they have the guide on them. Oh, it's gone. Now some power melee kicks for the power node in the south. Back towards the mid. Termagant's getting busted around by the Apothecary, who goes customized Stormbolter, which is a surefire way to stop the Hive Tyrant in his tracks. Poor old Felipe, who's going to get stunned by full auto. He's got 0 XP, which categorically shows us that Alice has not lost a single model, I think. I mean, the Apothecary is pretty good at preserving his units, but it's pretty impressive so far from Alice, especially since he's got double the scouts there, Piano, and the Termagants haven't been able to get one down. Grenade goes in, misses everything, they retreated off. Banshees are doing a really good job here, being a focal point for the damage and getting in there with their war shouts. Needs to be a bit quicker and a bit sharper on the old crippling poisons, maybe. Oh, and there's Crippling Talon. I was going to say, Crippling Talon might be useful to help control those Banshees, and he's got it. Apothecary is level 2. The north is red, being shut down and held by Devastators. The other fellas, oh, they are staggered. There's the Bioplasma. Good hit. That did a lot of damage, actually. Knocked down all of the models. If only he also had the extended carapace, he could then charge these fellas. What he can do though with a tough hero is just kind of split your forces, put your hero one side, units on the other. The setup team can't shoot both of them, although it can still be very dangerous because you can switch targets when something does get close, kind of thing. Rangers with their Pathfinder gear gives them the long rifles. Got away with a single model there. You can see the dead fellas in the mid got caught. Oh, here we go. Alice is dropping models. In fact, Piano dropped an entire scout squad. Busy maybe assessing this and moving the Devastators into play. Got a webway on the western edge. Something just died. It's the Ravener Alpha. Oh, more Rangers. It's double Rangers for VagrantTable. Zone Throat on the way for Zero Cry. Some really heavy and long tier 1s, it feels like. That felt like 7 or 8 minutes. I'm not sure if that's accurate. Probably not. Zone Throat to help counter those Devastators. Not only can it do some good area of effect psychic damage to them, it can use Focus Warp Blast to knock back the model that has the heavy bolter. So red team taking the mid, 4-3-3 to 4-1-2. There's a webway in the base of Piano, thanks to VagrantTable. And the Apothecary does go tier 2. So VagrantTable is the last player in tier 1. Spent a bunch on Banshees and upgrading them, double Rangers upgrading them. No war gear, but did get double battle equipment as well. Crippling Poison, controlling the Farseer there, but they're able to break through. 4-3-2 to 4-0-9 on the VPs. There's the 2-1 for red. Don't think they've used that webway yet. Maybe they're waiting for late game to kind of reveal where it is. Because once you use a webway, the opponents tend to know something's up. There's the Zone Throat. Very little hit points, but it does have an energy shield on it. 4-2-0 to 4-0-9. Rippers spawned in. Capillary Tower spawned in. And yeah, we do see a little bit of XP now on that Hive Tyrant. You go, Felipe. Going for the power. Or just wants to break line of sight and be annoying. VagrantTable's push through onto the natural. We're going to get a triple cap, I think, the red team. Onto the power too, bash to Gen. Oh, this is Piano's Tactical Marines here. Makes it out. Didn't drop a model somehow, and a grenade went in to help cover their retreat, but it wasn't needed in the end. There's that Crippling Poison. They can chain it into another Crippling Poison, maybe. Oh, maybe it was used already. Got them off the field anyway. Webway is being used now. Devastators are here, Rangers are here, and they're on the power still. Assault Squad coming in for Alice. Oh, the other scouts were dropped. Tyranids, are you going to cap this? Thought about it, there we go. Devastators here to try to hold power. There's that suppression. Guess you can't suppress Rippers, eh? They don't care. So the Assault Squad are there to try and harass the double Termagants, and of course that Zone Throat. Because if you jump a zone throw, it basically has to move. It can't stay there taking hits. They are getting crippling poison though. And maybe we'll see... Oh, there's Crushing Claws. I was going to say maybe we'll see Rending Talons for some disruption. But it's into the Crushing Claws just to punish them with raw DPS. There's that full auto though. Zone throw, I think is going to be alright. Although they can jump again, I believe. Yeah, there it is. I don't think it is going to be alright. The Curse of Indrid strikes. Down goes the Zone Throat. Get 40 red for a Zone Throat. But look at this. Tactical Marines are wiped. I'm not sure how they got into that spot. Did they use the webway and come up here maybe? Because there's a webway in the mid now. Well, the Hive Tyrant slaughtered them. He's almost level 2 now, this fella. Apothecary backs off. Is this a garrison that you can use? Looks like it. So he could maybe duck in there if he has to, but it doesn't seem like Felipe's too bothered. When a unit is in melee like this, they get a range damage resistance bonus, which is handy. Well, most units do. Some don't. Like guardsmen and stuff don't. Stone Guard veterans dropped in then, popping in their Hellfire rounds, doing damage over time with the acid against the Hive Tyrant. They should be using Kraken Bolts, I think. You do get the damage over time effect against heroes, but Kraken Bolts is more raw DPS, although the damage over time while retreating is very useful. Light infantry will also get that acid damage over time. There's that webway in the mid. The Ravener spotted it. I'm not sure if the Ravener alpha player was looking there. Who is down, by the way, still on that southern edge. More power harassment from the red team. Oh, a Tyrant Guard is up. Scares off the Banshees. Big bucket hit points, super heavy infantry armor, can charge, does a lot of damage in melee also. It is quite vulnerable out of Synapse because it's so slow, but you can mitigate that with capillary towers and stuff that will speed it up. But yeah, power was bashed and decapped, not fully, there's still 2 gens here. Red team taking the mid. Warp Spiders on the field of VagrantTable, as you can see, teleporting infantry with good anti-infantry damage from range. They've got some tricks. They've got Haywire and the... yeah, look at this. The Exarch has almost 40 power melee DPS when you've got the aspect. That's pretty nuts. So they can tie things up quite effectively. Assault Squad jumping in and Merciless Strike, and there's some Gene Stealers. Massive threat to the Assault Squad. It is kind of tough to see these guys do really well though. But that's because I mostly cast 3v3s where melee units can struggle unless they have a lot of support and the right makeup of their army and stuff. But we'll see what these Gene Stealers can do here. I've always described them as melee superiority. In fact, that's how the game describes them down there, now that the Elite Mod guys put all those awesome descriptions in. We'll see if they can be superior, because those are Assault Marines supported by an Apothecary, so he could get Purification Rites. And just the fact that he can heal them at all is a big bonus. Gene Stealers can heal themselves on hit as well, of course. Warrior Brood on the way for Zero Crime, most likely for some melee Synapse to help those Gene Stealers out. This is the Tyrant Guard, it's quite far forward. Farseer doesn't want to know. No War Gear, but she is level 3. What about Felipe? Felipe's almost level 3. Massive threat with those Crushing Claws. Oh, it's double Tyrant Guards. Oh. It can be a little bit tough for Eldar to deal with them until they get tier 3, of course, these days. Oh, well, I guess they have Fire Dragons now, don't they? I say now, like they're new. Dreadnought on the field for Alice. Into some more scouts to help repair. But yeah, before Fire Dragons were around, they just had to, try and fight them with Banshees, I guess. Annoy them with Warp Spiders. It was a bit tricky. Ravener Alpha's got Toxic Miasma back to his feet. I'm not sure if... I don't think Felipe went over there and revived. Yeah, these Stone Guard using Vengeance rounds against the super heavy infantry armor of the Tyrant Guard. Dreadnought's a massive threat as well. Dreadnought has far less health than the Tyrant Guard. Under half. But it's got vehicle armor rather than super heavy infantry, which will be resistant to basically everything. Even heavy melee damage only does half against vehicle armor. This guy's in shield wall though, which does give him vehicle armor, which is why all these guys left it alone. So you can't really damage it very well when it's healing also. This guy gets away. What is this? A little assault force. Oh, quite a large assault force actually from Zero Cry. Dreadnought's in retreat path of all this stuff. Looks like he wants to just fight the Hive Tyrant. No, he's trying to go after the Warrior Brood to get those Synapse backlashes. Genestealer's able to get around the Dreadnought into the Assault Squad, but this is a bad fight, I think, for Zero Cry. Warrior Brood dropped 2 models. Termagant's wipe. Genestealers did not retreat. The Genestealers did not retreat. I don't think they're going to make it. They go down. Zero Cry with really heavy losses. I mean, was it worth trying to take that fight when you see a Dreadnought in your path? Would have been very difficult to come out on top there. Because you just can't deal with the Dreadnought. I mean, he was hoping to mess up a bunch of Marines, I guess. Cry kaput, says Alice. Venom Brood on the way now for Zero Cry to try and deal with that Dreadnought. I mean, Venom Brood with the Crushing Claw Hive Tyrant and the Tyrant Guards will deal with it for sure if they can get them all on it. Tier 3 for VagrantTable. Now a mass of Marine stuff in the mid from Alice. Rangers can take that power back. Still got the double Rangers. Doing their thing. Not sure what these fellas are up to. They're in the wrong place. Tyrant Guard there is healing. Capillary Tower to help things speed out a base a bit. The Ravener Alpha is alive. Did not get a level yet. He was down for ages though, I guess. 186 to 258. He should do reasonably well against the Howling Banshees. I mean, he's not going to beat them 1v1, but... Oh, and there's a Seer Council now from VagrantTable. That's bad news for the blue team. They'll do a lot of damage to Tyrant Guard as well. A bunch of Warlocks that can jump on you with power melee weapons, and now they're getting their heavy melee weapons. Also provide a passive damage resistance aura around them. This is blue aura you see in all this stuff. And this is a dead Tyrant Guard, I think. 168 to 258. Howling Banshees are war shouting somewhere. Oh, on the VP. Couldn't grab it or decap it. Venom Brood is here. Tyrant Guard does indeed go down. Oh wait, they cancelled their heavy melee spears. I guess they'll wait to see Carnifexes or something. Because having the power melee, because DPS doesn't change. So having power melee will be superior against infantry. Because you get the bonus versus heavy and super heavy. And light infantry, they'll both do full damage anyway. It's a Librarian now for Alice. Hive Tyrant throws up a shield. Thanks to the bonded exoskeleton, the Dreadnought's going to be okay, I think. More Venom Brood for Zero Cry. A Warrior Brood up with melee Synapse, Adrenal Glands for the Ravener Alpha player. 140 to 258. How do they control this melee though? There's Howling Banshees, there's the Farseer herself, there's the Seer Council, there's the Assault Squad, there's the bloody Dreadnought, and now a Librarian. Got to fight it toe to toe, I guess, which Tyranids can do, but they have been depleted somewhat. Oh, there's Catalyst on the Hormgaunts. Global ability of the Ravener Alpha doubles their damage for duration, but they lose 50% of their hit points, I think it is. Very big risk reward, especially if you can catch something on retreat, you could decimate them. More Genestealers now for Zero Cry. Still has the Adrenal Gland fellas, and he can switch back to improved Synapse as well. And Genestealers coming in also for the Ravener Alpha. I think it is a decent choice. You got to avoid the Dreadnought, of course, but they should do well cost for cost against the other melee squads. We shall see though. We often see them go down quickly. Can be difficult to approach fights with them. Of course, they can't jump like an assault squad. They can't fleet like the Eldar stuff. They don't have a weird boy or a war truck like sluggers would have. They got to kind of just run in there. These guys get caught immediately by the Dreadnought. Dreadnought's being chased by that Hive Tyrant, Felipe level 3. There's Angels of Death from the Apothecary, granting 50% damage resistance to all of his infantry. Dreadnought, I think, will be okay. There's a big levitation field from the Gravity Blade of the Farseer. She did go down, though. Does she get damage resistance while that's going on? But the Dreadnought stopped for a second. Still giving chase is Zero Cry. I'm not sure if invulnerability has been used. Oh, down there goes the Dreadnought. They didn't get it. I mean, energy is missing here, but it might have been a bioplasma shot. Down to 30 VPs, the blue team. I didn't even realize. And it's going to be a triple. No, it's going to be a 2-1 for blue. But they're losing their natural. Ravana Alpha's down on it. Banshees are using the webway. Alice, though, super depleted now. Has a whirlwind. Lost Assault Marines. Lost the Stern Guard. Librarian, you okay, bud? Librarian's not okay. Dreadnought went down, of course, as well. Down goes the whirlwind. Good grief. That was a rough engagement. I didn't even notice all of the Marines going down. I was so busy looking at the Dreadnought. But yeah, you can see all the Devastator's dead. The Assault Marine's dead. Heavy, heavy losses. Did the Gene Stealers do work? These guys got a bunch of XP. So did these guys. I think they did actually do work, you fellas. These guys are taking their natural back. It could be a triple here for the blue team. Can Alice recover 257 hit points to do VP, to do so? VagrantTable has got a large army, including the awesome Seer Council. Haven't leveled yet. Is it worth engaging this Tyrant Guard? Okay, it's going to shield wall. Keeping up the pressure is Zero Cry, who did have heavy losses himself, but he had way more time to recover. Are you Death Spitters? Yeah, we got Death Spitters in for one of the Venom Brood. Some good anti-infantry damage, especially heavier infantry. Stern Guard in for Alice, trying to recover. What level is the Apothecary? Level 5 with Armor of Purity, so his heal comes off cooldown sooner. There's a Brood Nest. Global ability of the Hive Tyrant. You can reinforce off it, but the Wolf Spiders are going to take it down pretty quick. Can't repair it, of course, as Tyranids, although it does slowly regenerate health. Warrior Brood are out of there. Don't want to lose too much on this pressure. Zero Cry's backing off, I think. Yeah. Did some good work there, though. Had a triple cap for a while. They're still down to only 16 VPs. And sneaky Eldar can do sneaky things. VagrantTable has dropped a unit somewhere. One of the Rangers has gone down. Dark Creepers on the way now for VagrantTable. A Razorback for Alice. Double Gene Stealers for the Ravana Alpha player. Vortark gets dropped in. She also provides a damage resistance aura around her. So that'll be good for the big team fights. Razorback being chased. Heavy Bolter on the back. Banshees are yelling. Fighting a Warrior Brood and Hormagaunts. Hormagaunts with Catalyst. That's a bad fight for the Banshees, I think. They are level 3 though. Actually held up pretty well, but they do have to get the hell out of there. They're using fleet to get away. Didn't want to just hit retreat while in melee. Goes into the garrison. Those guys don't have any ranged weapons, so they can't do anything about the Banshees in the garrison. Levitation. Decent hit. Really good hit. Look how low the Gene Stealers are now. They got a retreat, surely. 16 to 100. 2-1 cap for the Tyranids. Applying huge amounts of pressure. Looks like Felipe is going to go down. Level 4. Is that the first time he's gone down? I think so. Did those Gene Stealers get away? Oh, they're reinforcing off the Brood Nest now. Got some little Eldar fellas. I saw Farseer in the garrison there with a pistol. Down goes the Tyrant Guard. Was that a grenade? I think that was a grenade finishing it off from the scouts. Level 3 scouts here. Level 6 Apothecary. Can you kill a Warrior Brood fella? What's the DPS on this thing? I always forget. 32. Not bad at all. It's like Tech Marine DPS. There's Angels of Death. Alice trying to dig in and defend this VP here. Could take the garrison. Just stick the Stern Guard in the garrison. There's not a whole lot they can do about it. It's all melee stuff. Decides not to at the moment. It does, I think, they won't all be able to shoot at the same targets and stuff if they're in garrison. It's like one model per window. It's not always ideal for actually dealing damage. Decent plasma cannon shot. How are you guys attacking in there? Oh, it's the Apothecary. Oh, he's gone melee mode. With an anointed power axe. 16 to 58 on the VP. He's very surprised not to see Purification Rites or all this melee stuff around. Or maybe even Vials. Farseer is level 5. Has to run away. Blue team are taking the mid back down to 15 VPs. Those Seer Council mixing it up. They found some Venom Brood to tear apart. Got a few of them. Do they want to get into a big melee fight? Oh no, they go for the Garrison. Blue team taking the mid 15 to 51 on the VPs. What is this? It's a Tyrant Guard, it's a Webway, it's a bunch of Tyranid stuff with sneaky scouts. Are being spotted though by the Warrior Brood. Nice grenade. Killed one. The grenade kills a Warrior. It's a pretty good grenade, I think. Seer Council come out of the Garrison. Must be so annoying for the Tyranids. Oh no, Autark. She's got her fancy spear, but can she live? I think she's fast enough. She's so quick. Very good at retreating. 15 to 46. Seer Council trying to tough it out and grab the VP. There's Catalyst again on the Hormagaunts. Hasn't been used on the Genestealers very much, I guess. But the Seer Council get the decap. Uh-oh. Razorback's in trouble. Goes down. Warp Spiders. Have they haywired it? They have. Slows it down. Stern Guard show up with their Vengeance rounds. There's Dark Reapers here too, doing huge amounts of damage to a Tyrant Guard. Got their Aspect as well. Yeah, notice there's the Reaper's Grasp on the Tyrant Guard. They're going to take it down. There's a bloody another one here. Venom Brood are decapping. Double cap now for the blue team. Have they done enough? 15 to 20. Think they have, but there is a Webway in the mid, which could change things. Warp Spiders teleport to the mid. Can they get a decap down to 6 VPs? GG, says Alice. They could not get it done in time. What a comeback from the Tyranids. They had that one big fight where Alice lost a bunch of stuff through the mid, and he just couldn't quite recover in time. Awesome comeback. Held their nerve. Dealt with all the Webway shenanigans. Had a level 4 Hive Tyrant down. Level 2 Ravener Alpha down. Farseer must be in a Garrison or something, can't see. And a level 7 Apothecary. Awesome stuff. Thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see ya next time.